Good evening, everybody. Spirit of 420 here, because everything I do is so fucking 420, including having badass guests like Juice joining me. Juice.
Yeah, motherfuckers! The spirit of 420 and fucking Satan, it is in the house! I'm just joking. I'm not saying more spirit. Just looks kind of cool.
Dude, I love that fucking energy, man. I love that shit. I saw you.
I don't know where I get it from, because I'm really fucking depressed.
So. Are you really depressed right now? It's okay, man. I think that is the world, bro. I mean, I know you have some idea what I've gone through in the last 4 months. It has been everybody I fucking know, including myself, has either lost somebody to death or is just in like the fucking worst place, or, you know, one of the worst places of their lives. Put it that way. Ending the year. Now, I will say this, it seems like it has started to get better already in 23, and I have been given the fucking middle finger to 22, like most people did with 2020. That's how I felt about 22.
Dude, I'm giving the finger to like the last fucking 10 years of my life. I don't fucking know. Let me put it this way, brother. It's so everything's so fucked up, you know, like we constantly live in fear every day, you know, what news bullshit's gonna break, what family member or friend's gonna fucking die. You know, what hero of yours is gonna fucking die,
fall altogether, you know, whether they die or they just all of a sudden what was once a hero turns out to be a fucking douchebag.
Yeah,
or what was once a douchebag is now a hero.
Yeah, what fucking balloon is gonna fly over wherever?
Oh my god!
You know, grab your fucking water, man.
Dude,
drain your bank accounts.
Another. So in 9 days. 4 objects shot down essentially over American airspace.
Yeah, you know, and hey, man, I ain't gonna wrap up with no politics, because
no, I'm not either. I'm just saying, like, that's not even politics to me. That's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, here's my point, dude. I've gone 50 years. I never heard of fucking one thing shot out of the fucking sky. 50 years, Juice. All of a sudden, in the last 2 weeks, 4 things have been shot out of fucking. You know, like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, here's the thing is, you haven't heard it because they didn't want you to know yet, you know?
Right?
They got to stir up a little bit more chaos. That's the fucking way, dude. That's our fucking government. It's fucking bullshit. Like I said, drain your bank accounts, stock up on water, because fucking
go get a bunch of toilet paper.
Unfortunately.
That was the funniest thing that I remember when the pandemic hit, is that all of a sudden toilet paper became a fucking commodity.
Yeah, dude, I felt like I was back in the joint. You know what you want for this roll, motherfucker?
Yeah. I was like, can I fucking put money into like Sherman stock? Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Give me some stock in Kleenex. Fucking,
that's right.
Shit went up.
What are you smoking on, real quick?
What the fuck
am I
smoking on?
I'm
trying
about
to remember.
We spaced the date.
Dude, I know that I went to a new place today, to a place called Emerald City Wellness. So there's a shout out to those folks here, and because they had $80 ounces of top shelf, which was up to 35% THC flower. This was this right here is about 27%. I can't fucking remember the name to save my life, but it is an indica. Yeah, about 27%. Oh, look at there. What's up, Dirty? Good to see you, man.
Hey, Dirty.
That's a really good buddy of mine. He's been on the show before.
What's up, motherfucker?
He's with a badass group of dudes. called Urban Growers Collective. I think they're probably close to 2,000 strong now.
Nice.
They got a Discord. Yep. There is a bunch of vets, but there's also a bunch of not vets. So it's really more all about, although I'll put it to you like this, like they do like to make it known that it is a safe haven for vets who are growing their own marijuana, but it's a safe haven for anybody who wants to learn how to fucking grow marijuana. And these dudes will teach you how to grow. Actually, Dirty, if you ever get a chance, on Twitch, he keeps a live stream going of his grow room. Dude grows some, I think he's on his 3rd season now, growing weed. Yeah, dude, he's fucking badass. Green thumb dirty medic.
I gotta shout out my boy Chris of the band Shit Life up in Detroit. Grows some good shit. My boy Stone always coming through with the love, man.
How many, you know what? If you don't have a friend named Stone, isn't it kind of like, doesn't everybody need at least, and I mean, if you don't, then find a motherfucker in your group and be like, you're Stone now. You are Stone.
Yeah. Well, and it's even more fucked up is his middle name is Elvis.
Oh my God. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. But he always brings you back some fucking blessings.
That shit look purple as fuck.
Dude, this is it's called Meatloaf. I can't educate you on any of the fucking bullshit about it. It's homegrown. It's real fucking nice. And I'm about to spark it right now for you motherfuckers.
I had my wife pack up everything so that I had one of each. I got a joint that I got to get back going. This is my little rig. It's called Pineapple. As you can see, it's got a little pineapple in there. It's probably not as clean as she should normally be, but that's okay. It was a rush session. And then this is my bowl screened because it has, the names are simple, you know what I'm saying? It has a built-in fucking glass screen in it, so you don't have to suck down them Scooby snacks.
Yeah, right. Dude, I also brought I only got 2 different kinds with me tonight. Like I was telling you earlier,
you were ready for
my
this.
boy also hooked me up with some cookies, but I was like, man, I don't want to.
You gonna eat one of them cookies?
Fuck no, not right. I got work in the morning, dude. I'll be fucking useless. I'm like running my fucking job now, so or at least I'm cosplaying as a manager. But I got some of that. Shout out to Mission Dispensaries out of Calumet City, Illinois, dude. Some Ric Flair drip, some hybrid flower, man. Once again, I don't know any of the fucking shit on the back because it's fucking.
If that Ric Flair has to be blonde as fuck, right? I mean, tell me.
No, dude, no, it's pretty light, but dude, there's a lot of fucking purple in it, dude. That's why I love it, and it's like reminds me like his old school robes and shit, you know, like the white and the purple. But it's fucking good. And hey, man, you know, Nate, your boy. So let's get a little wet with you know. See if I become a member of the fucking 4 Horsemen with this.
You know this. I guarantee you know this. Just because this is your topic, you know. Is Ric Flair still alive?
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
He's got that. How you think he got that drip?
You never, you know, I mean,
you know what, Spirit? You asked me another fucking dumb question tonight. We're gonna fucking have it out.
I just wanted to make sure he was still kicking, dude, you know?
Dude, he's like, what is he? 70? He's in his 70s. He just wrestled.
He's got to be, dude.
Last match.
The last time, the only time that I met Hulk Hogan was down when I lived. I mean, it was easy. When you live in Clearwater, you're going to run into him. You know what I mean? The guy lives down there.
Terry.
And I saw him probably 16 years ago, and he was old. So I knew. Yeah, Hogan was already.
Hogan's been old for fucking 50 years. Dude.
Yeah, dude. How old is he? He's got to be in his 80s, right?
No, I think he's like 69.
Get the fuck out of here. Is that it? Oh, I have to look this up now. Now I'm curious.
I did the other day, and Flair's like 74 or 75 or something like that.
Yeah, those dudes have been kicking for a long fucking time. They were around when I actually did watch wrestling.
Right.
I mean, that was
so beat up from the party and shit. I think as you see, like anybody that actually watches fucking wrestling nowadays, when you see today's men and women superstars get older, they're gonna go for a lot longer time because, dude, the whole backstage atmosphere has changed so much. It's not sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
They're healthier from the beginning,
yeah, dude.
Like right out of the gate. You know, I mean that. like not to so let's see, 53. So he's about to turn he'll be 70. You're right, 69. He'll be 70 August 11th.
More you know.
Hulk. But yeah, no, dude, these, when I was watching wrestling and when it really started hitting, all those dudes were overweight, dude. They were all heavy. Very few of them were like ripped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the second or third coming. That was definitely once, not that I really like to talk about him. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I prefer, out of all of them, I really prefer Batista. That guy's fucking awesome. But The Rock, like once The Rock entered it, it was like if you weren't ripped and cut and a completely healthy dude, you weren't really going to get the fan base either.
Yeah, times change, people change. I don't know. It's weird. But a lot of those older dudes, there's still a lot of older dudes that are still fucking wrestling, though.
Get the fuck out. They are?
Oh, yeah. Throw me a name. And they're either wrestling or they're dead. So we'll play a little game real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so, since we've already talked about them.
Wrestlers you can think of.
Roddy Piper. No, he did pass away, didn't he? Roddy Piper did pass. Okay.
He kicked a lot of ass and chewed not really so much bubble gum. He was always out of it.
I loved him. He was one of the ones that I loved back in the day. But what about Hulk? Does he still wrestle?
No, he can't. He wants to. He's had
oh, really?
Probably at this point somewhere close to 15 back surgeries. And last I heard, Kurt Angle was at did this thing called Raw 30 or whatever, like 30 years of Monday Night Raw, and a bunch of legends and shit were there. And Kurt Angle said that he was talking to Hogan, catching up, and he just had another surgery. He's walking with a cane. Like, he says he feels great, but he can't feel his legs. They cut a bunch of nerves out of his legs,
Yeah, that actually that sounds similar to my father, who's about 5 years older. And for him, it's been the fight with diabetes. Poor blood circulation in the extremities. Yeah, I'm not down for that. That's why I've had to learn to my fucking sweet tooth, or else shit. You should have seen me, dude. I don't even have
blues.
Oh man, you don't know. You do not understand. Once I started all this, I had already lost like 75 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be much bigger. I was about I want to say I was over 270 at one point.
Fuck.
Yeah. Which
to me,
where
I'm at. It's been a while. I was like 250. Like last time.
Yeah, but how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah. See, it does help when we are 6 foot, because you can be 200 and carry that pretty well. You know what I'm saying? And you can still carry 240, 250 well. But I promise you, brother, once you hit that 270, 275 mark, you're just fat. There's not.
I'm fat now. I just turned 40 too, so I'm feeling everything,
Dude, don't worry about it. I lost all my weight when I was in my late 40s, bro. I'm in my, I'm 50 now, and I'm healthier now than I've been in the last 20 years. So all I can tell you is don't let it down you.
Yeah.
You never know what'll turn around.
Never do.
You never know what'll do. Exactly. You never know what'll happen. For me, what fucking lost me a ton of weight, dude, is just I quit drinking Coke.
Coke?
I drink Coke. Yeah.
Do you drink beer?
Nope. But I drink Coke. I drink Coke like mother. No, I'm not a drinker. I'm like, as I told you, I drink Kratom, which, by the way, I have to give a shout out to everybody who was watching me on, what was it, Saturday? Because I'm telling you, dude, you got to go back and watch that shit. It only the whole stream lasted 23 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, I saw you had a short one.
Yeah, and for the first 5 fucking minutes, you couldn't hear me because apparently I had accidentally hit the mute button. So I was sitting there talking and nobody could hear a fucking thing. Once I figured that out, I unmuted it, and then my Kratom started hitting me like a ton of bricks, dude. I was literally breaking out of sweat. I was like dabbing my fucking forehead with with tissue and shit. Like, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it a night. And as soon as I was done, dude, I went downstairs and put my head down on the kitchen table and sat there for about an hour.
Damn.
I didn't puke, but had I stayed up here and continued doing what I was doing, standing up and smoking reefer and all that, I probably would have just spewed right at the fucking camera. I figured, although that's a great live moment to have, I didn't really want to deal with the
Dude.
cleanup.
Yeah, I think I've only thrown up from smoking weed once. I was like,
the weed doesn't make me. The weed won't get me. Weed will not do it. It's
junior or
the kratom.
senior year or something, maybe senior year, and I had to quit for a while, and then
So this was so when you had started back after quitting, so your tolerance was extremely low.
Oh yeah, dude, and it just hit. We smoked this blunt on some, you know, what they would used to call hydroponics back in the day.
I still call it hydro.
I was in a couch, man. I was becoming one with the fucking couch, you know, like sliding in, and then just all of a sudden, like, felt sick. I threw up. I mean, I was fine. But I was like, damn, I was just like, I'm like, there's been nights where I've smoked like 13 blunts or so in succession with guys, you know, like smoke till you sober up type thing.
Yep. In fact, the only time that I've ever come close, it's funny because you kind of nailed it. The only time I've come close to puking on reefer was because I was literally so high that the room was spinning. Like I was that high where even though I was sitting still, there was motion, you know, to my open. And that's the only time. But I mean, I can hold my shit with reefer. But now if you have me drink, I'm probably the cheapest date ever when it comes to drinking now, because I'd say 2 drinks and I'm sloshed. Literally 2 drinks. You're gonna have your way with me. You know what I mean? So I will be no good. It didn't used to be that way, but I quit drinking. The biggest thing was, and everybody's different, but with alcohol, I felt a lack of control that I don't feel with marijuana or even cocaine for that matter.
You know? Yeah, like, I mean, because it really is, dude. It clouds.
It's an inhibitor.
Dude, I'd rather deal with a fucking person ripped out of their mind on weed than some drunk asshole. You know.
On that same note, I would rather try to fuck a stone bitch than a drunk bitch. I'm just telling you, like I've been on both. And at least the stone girl, if it's not as easy, then I think nobody is hanging out with the stone chicks that I hang out with, because it's just as easy to get with them, except they remember you the next day and they're still happy about it.
And they're not crying rape.
Right. They're not exactly.
Dude,
they're like, no, I chose that stoner to come into the bedroom with me. He smoked half a fucking ounce with me.
I ain't gonna say any names, but I've had buddies that hook up with people, and you know, alcohol, drinks are involved, but it's all consensual, dude. Like, and then the next day, like, feel guilty or something, or I don't know if it's someone, you know, feeling like they
guilty or
they
ashamed.
Have done.
You
know,
and
then they cry
there's a little bit of different. Yep.
But then they don't follow through. So I mean, it's just, dude, fucking people are weird. Drama's so weird, man. The littlest dumb shit people do in fucking life to, I don't know, just kind of irritate you, you know, and stir the proverbial pot, you know, the fucking.
And you know, here's the thing: if you didn't have the pot stirs, you know,
shake things up creatively and shit, like drama. Everybody's so drawn to bullshit and drama, you know.
I think it's we've gotten too personal.
Turn it off.
Too personal. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe this sounds political, but I remember back in the day, and I am 10 years older than you, but I'm not hugely. So, I mean, you remember the 80s and the 90s as well. You know, you were growing up in that time. And I'm just saying, like, it didn't seem like we took things as personal back then. And we still managed to stir the pot up plenty with a lot of different shit. But it wasn't always like, I mean, dude, some of the shit that I see now just fucking irks the piss out of me. Changing names of things that have been staples in life because you think someone might think it's racist or someone might think it's belittling to transsexuals. I mean, I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, they changed the fucking the Redskins name, and like the people weren't even offended. Like the guy who drew it is like, I don't fucking care. At least to my knowledge, that's what happened. I could be wrong. If I am, please, everybody, forgive me. You know, I'm not a fucking racist. I come to think of it, I think we all hate each other secretly. So, you know, that's not my fault. I didn't do it. It's on you, motherfuckers. Get right.
You know, I look at it like this. That would no, you're fine. That one, the Redskin thing, to me is It was another example
The
of
Cleveland Indians.
right. Did they change
They
their
got to
name?
go
Or
through
are they
now
still?
and do the Star Wars treatment to fucking Major League 1 and 2. Yeah, they got to remove all the Indian shit. Like WWE got sued by the World Wildlife Fund like 20 years ago or whatever, and they had this whole ad campaign, get the F out, and that's where they became WWE instead of WWF. And they had to blur all the shit. I remember like DVD releases, like a pay-per-views and shit I'd seen a million times. Yeah, they had to blur the WWF out. I'm like, they have to do that now. Major League 1 and 2.
That's just ridiculous. I mean, that's my point, man. Like,
it's so fickle. People will bitch about that, but you know what that movie did? It brought joy and entertainment to fucking people when they might have needed it, or it just was something cool to do. It wasn't,
dude, I look at it like this. If anybody likes your fucking movie or your content that you made, right? Even just one person, dude. I mean, that's literally how I keep going. If even just one fucking person likes what I'm doing, then it's worth it. It really is. You know what I mean? Because I'm making somebody else have a better day or a better moment or get them through the fucking day or get them through that fucking shitty moment. Sometimes that's all we need is just something to get, when I was growing up, it was one day at a time. That was the saying. And through my whole, by the way, I was in Alcoholics Anonymous, but that was not for alcohol. It was actually for all the drugs. Because I even told them, I was like, I don't really drink. They're like, okay, well, still apply the steps to your marijuana and cocaine problems. But,
I had to do that when I got busted as a kid for a joint. Yeah. They made me go to AA, and all the people there were like old drunks. They wanted to kick my ass. I was like, I had less than a gram of weed, and it wasn't even mine. Well, it was, but I told the cops it wasn't.
Well, you got to stick to that story,
Yeah, you young punk kid, you got to say something. It cost me a lot of money. I was like, God damn it. What do you got to do, though? It's the worst thing you do in life.
My father put me in one of those. It was back in the day. It was funny because the place was called CPC Parkwood, which stood for Charter Psychiatric Community, right? And they're a fucking group.
And there was like charters up here. It was like
charter. That's what I'm saying. They're everywhere.
Remember back in the day?
Yeah. So what's funny is I'm in this fucking CPC Parkwood, and I'm in there for drugs, right? So my fucking buddy writes me a letter to PCP Parkwood.
Oh man,
I kid you not. I was like, that made my day. Just getting that letter, looking at the address, and I was like, oh, it's PCP Parkwood.
Yeah, man, dude, I had so like freshman year of high school, I got fucking popped selling my Ritalin as a kid. Right. I didn't like to fucking take it, and like I only learned about it through other kids at school. We're doing it, and like we were in middle school, and high school kids were buying it and stuff, and like. All I wanted to do was just go down my local comic shop and buy a bunch of like cards, comics and shit. So I wouldn't try to be no drug kingpin, but I got prescription. I would sell them and whatever, no harm, no foul. I ended up getting busted, and I had to go to a fucking like juvenile detention fucking center, and I was there for like a year, dude. And it was fucking, it's like jail for kids, and I'm sitting there pissed.
Dude, I went. I thought 5.5 months at mine was horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I know the kind of place you're talking about. I had friends that went to those too, and that wasn't even like.
I met some cool people. I'm still shout out to my buddy Mike Val, dude. We were roomies, bunkies, whatever you want to call it. Dude, man, we shared some fucking time and emotions together. He's a good brother, man. Like, for fucking 20 years now or whatever it's fucking been. But yeah, just shit like that, dude. Like, being a young kid and getting popped and going and doing all that shit just for. I mean, I get whatever. I was selling my pills, but that was the fucking worst fucking thing. So I've been through that,
Yeah, my first one, it started at, and I've already told the story actually on my show, but I'll make it quick. But I was 12 when I finally got busted. I'd been stealing for a while, but
except the starter. 12. Did you have the starter jackets and lift like handlebars and shit? Dude.
No, yeah. Well, when I got busted, I was at Walmart, and I would go in and steal tapes, and I had this fucking members only jacket, and I would go in and steal 4 tapes, and this was a Walmart where they were still building, and what I mean by that is only the Walmart was finished, so it was all these unfinished fucking stores, right? That are just,
Mm.
I would go down there, fucking take the tapes out, put them back in, store them with my bike, and go back in and steal like 2 or 3 times. And I finally got caught after a few weeks. And I was raking it though, because I was taking those tapes to school and fucking selling. And I was stealing tapes. And then you'll love this, because I was also stealing Hit Parader magazine and Circus magazine.
Yeah, I still have a
for
bunch
the
of those.
yeah, dude. I was stealing those for people. And for me, I was stealing fucking just for myself, man. I would fucking eat a whole one in a day too. A little fatty. I would steal a whole fucking roll of cookie dough. Fucking eat that shit.
Oh fuck! I thought you were gonna say summer sausage or something.
No, dude, I get that cookie dough, and I would literally just pull off a little top of it, be riding my 10-speed, like just squeezing cookie dough in my fucking mouth. Loving it too. Like, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah,
there goes your
dude,
braces.
I used to, do a similar thing, when I was a fucking kid, like in high school and shit. It was Super Kmart, and I was staying with this dude at the time, and he was fucking. I mean, he was doing his thing, his game, running a little shit, running. He's fucking dead now, so But I used to go to Kmart and lift the DVDs and fucking CDs and shit. I just go in there and get anything I want, basically. Oh man, those were the days, young and dumb.
They were, yeah, because you didn't do it. I mean,
I'd be so pissed off now if I stole something. Like, I don't have the balls to do it anymore. As a grown man that like works a job and wants a little bit of respect. Like.
I will say this: when I go to Dollar Tree, I'll swipe. I won't swipe every like 4th thing, especially now they went up to $1.25 now. I'll like
Joe Biden, let's get our politics. Fuck all this shit.
But yeah, no, it's funny because stealing, man, I honestly didn't know of it any other way. Like, to me, there was no other. If I wanted something, it was like you said, if I wanted something,
and you
couldn't have nothing that I could fucking steal. It got to the point, you'll love this. So I got caught at 12.
Man, I never pulled no GTA,
Yeah, I was still stealing. By the time I was 21, I made a living out of it, dude. Because I lived in Atlanta. In Atlanta, there's more than 25, 30. I don't even know how many there are because I never went to all of them. But there's at least 25, 30 Walmarts in the greater Atlanta area, right? So I would start my day out at 1, and I'm telling you, man, it was the greatest thing. I would steal these fucking brass fucking light plates, right? But they were $15 for a double thing. I would just steal 3 of them. That's $45, right? I'd go to the next Walmart. I would return them with no receipt, which Walmart would let you do 3 times on your license for each location. So I'd get $45 cash, put it in my pocket, go to the back of that Walmart, steal 3 more plates, go to the next Walmart, get me $45 and do the whole process over. And I would do that 3-4 times a day.
Dude, my buddy had run mad game. We used to call those back in the day, we'd call them scams. What kind of scams can we run or whatever,
Right.
My buddy, right when like Xbox, the original Xbox came out, dude, he would go and buy a fucking game and then like bring the game home, and we'd take a razor blade to the bottom, cut the clear thing, slide it out, take the game and instruction booklet out, and put like, we find like Britney Spears CDs or fucking, blank CDs in there, just
whatever the fuck, as long as it weighed the same.
Clear and nail polish the bottom, right? So you just return it. It's gonna look fucking sealed,
Yep. And these people, they don't look close.
So much he would buy. I'd never seen a dude buy, and I was always like freaked out because I'm like, man, they gotta be catching on. Like, you're going in. He would go through a couple different ones, but just every week, dude, any title you wanted, games 64.
Well,
a pop,
here's the thing.
Selling.
Yeah, but what the beautiful thing is, odds are they're not going to catch you because they don't do serial numbers on those little things. Now, if you were trying to do that with like an Xbox, you'd get fucked. You know what I mean? Number one, they open it, but anything that has like an independent serial number that gets tagged when it's sold, you can't do it with. But games don't have an independent fucking, believe it or not, they have codes with them, but that doesn't happen until you put the game in. And that's only really for the downloaded stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of shit now too. Tags on the seams where you can, if you cut it, you can tell this has been.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have gotten better.
But this dude was running all kinds of shit, man. We used to fucking. This is horrible. I come on your show to tell all these horrible stories, dude. I have a lot of horrible stories. But I'm a
We
good
all do,
person,
man. Hey, dude,
This-
I'm only me because of all the fucked up shit that I did. That's just a fact. This world is only here. Every great thing, dude. Here's what I remind people of. Every fucking great thing out there that you think is fucking awesome is only here because somebody fucked up. All because of mistakes, dude. It took a ton of mistakes to get us where we are, but that's what's happened.
Dude, listen to this one. So once again, high school, same dude that was doing the Xbox fucking scams. He's another guy that's gone now. Fucking my boy CG3 1080p on the TV. Motherfucker, dude, he was like 6'6" or something. Like he was always grew up with this kid since like second, third grade. Yeah. But he was always goofy. I was always like, man, you're fucking look like John Arbuckle or something, you know, Garfield fucking owner. But he was always doing the craziest fucking shit, man. And God, what the fuck was I going at?
Back in high school.
Yeah, high school. What the fuck did we do?
It was a good one. It was a good story.
Damn it. And the stoner in the fucking moment.
It'll come back.
It'll come back. Turn back around.
Hit the bowl again and it'll come back.
Yeah.
That's what I always do to make it come back.
Man, maybe that's the problem though. I'm getting a little too much of that woo.
Can you? I don't believe we can.
You're right, dude. I just hit it and I remembered. So listen to this shit.
I told you, go me hit it.
We knew this other guy. And this other guy who is, as I'm saying it, and I'm just realizing that he's also now gone too. Dude, his grandma lived like 5 minutes away from him. And this kid would tell us about like he'd always go, they would stock up. Their garage would always be open, right? And have fridge, deep freezer full of fucking just pizzas, whatever you want, ice cream, all this crazy shit. And he would go there and rip them off like in the middle of the night sometimes. So like one time they're telling me about this shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fuck you. And it turns out to be real. I go with him one night and I was like, I'll fucking do it. It's just a rush, you know? And I was like, fuck, I would go home with a garbage bag literally back in the day, you know, fucking 25 years ago. I mean, a couple $100 worth of food. It was a lot of food.
Dude, you don't have to tell me.
Dude, we would fucking go and rob this fucking garage like almost on a bi-weekly fucking status. Like, how horrible is that though? This
dude,
it's steal from his grandma.
Just listen to this, man. So when we moved to Lexington, South Carolina, we ended up moving across the street from this family, and I'll leave their names out of it. But this family was a fucking instant rich family. And what I mean by that is just before we'd met them, probably maybe 2 years or so, right? The wife's parents, who are multimillionaires, said they wanted to give that rather than them waiting till they die to give their kids their money. They're like, they gave all of their living kids and living grandchildren and all this $1 million to go ahead and spend now so they could see them enjoy the money, right? This is who we fucking move across from. Well, these are people that are now instant millionaires. They bought a fucking really nice home, had this indoor pool, and they bought a dry cleaning business, right? So they weren't totally
hell of an investment, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right.
Get dry.
They weren't the dumbest people on the planet, but they also weren't the brightest. And all we did, me and my two buddies and his brother. So I had two friends that lived down the street. They were neighbors. And
we're brothers.
Dude, it was like, I mean, between the four of us, we were like, I think it was like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You know what I mean? Like we were all right there. And fucking, we'd go down there and the chick, I'm trying to think of a fake name. Athea, we'll call her Athea. We go down to Athea's house and we would just raid the fridge. We would raid the fucking, like, and when I say raid it, like we would swim in their pool. We would just jump in, clothes and all. We didn't give a fuck, dude. We did not give a fuck. They had a trampoline. They had everything. You know what I mean? Like literally, if you thought of it back in 1988, they fucking had it because they were millionaires and they were spoiling themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Funny side note, dude. I got so comfortable with going into that house all the time, right? Like I could just walk in, and that was the parents were okay with it too, and they were hardly ever there. It was just the fucking two daughters, and they were fucking porkies. Okay, like you know, yeah, exactly. Not nobody you would ever do, but the mother wasn't totally bad looking. You know, I mean, in
Oh,
today's
come
world,
on
she was a
now.
filth. In today's world, she was a MILF.
She
you know?
used to be a hottie, but now she's a
Yeah.
shotty.
And I kid you not, this is no bullshit. I walk in one day and I'm yelling back, and she comes. I now know that I could have gotten laid. I fucked up because she walked out butt ass fucking naked, and I was fucking scared shitless. Honest to God, I was now like 15. I was scared shitless and ran out like, oh. And she later on, she's like, I thought you were my husband. I'm like, yeah, right. I now get that now, that there was no way that chick thought that I, a 15-year-old boy, was her husband's, you know, yelling through the house for their daughter. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You were
Right.
there. Stunt
She
cock.
was gonna, yep. And I mean, if I had the moment to go back and do it, I would have fucked that MILF. I would have fucked her. That's a regret. There's a few of those that I have.
You fucked up.
I did. I fucked up. I totally fucked up.
Taking it from the bone.
Sometimes you just don't, you know, even the best of us in the moment, we were like, is this okay? I'm not supposed to do this.
No, you're not.
That happened with a biker chick. Funny enough, when I was 20, her
You got a
husband,
fucking cuckoo clock going
isn't that
off?
fucking
Not
badass?
you off.
I got a fucking cuckoo. So no bullshit, this biker chick, and her husband's a truck driver, right?
Oh man,
So,
they go great parent.
Gone for like weeks to months at a time. You know what I mean? And I meet her in, you'll love this. I meet her in AA because I'm 20 years old. This is in Atlanta, and she's a friend of a friend, right? And she's at a meeting, so she's getting sober. So we're not even drinking and we're not smoking. We're like completely fucking sober. And I'm over at her house, and I kid you not, she let her gown, like, you know, her nightgown fall down to her legs, and there was clearly no panties on her. Bush was showing, and I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it.
To bring up
I was so scared that fucking biker dude would end up finding out.
You were scared of the bush, man. You're like, I didn't.
Well, the bush did scare me a little bit too. I'm like, isn't that supposed to be shaved a little bit? But no, I was honestly scared of the husband. He freaked me. The idea of that dude, you know, I mean, I was only 20, man, and I wasn't thinking about sleeping with married women at the time. That didn't happen until I was 21.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't comment.
No comment. NC.
1, 2,
Hey,
3,
it is what it
4,
is.
5, 5.
I had some fantabulous times, very similar to that, up in Kingsport, Tennessee. Where are you again?
I'm in Northwest Indiana, dude. Gary.
Indiana.
I like this past
Gary,
Saturday.
that's right.
It in fucking Gary, dude. Downtown Miller Beach.
I lived in Portage.
Portage, Indiana?
Yeah, I lived in Portage. My
Really?
uncle used to, he's passed now, but my uncle used to live there, and so did my grandmother. And when they were in Portage, I lived with them I mean, to me, you know, anything more than a month, and you're actually living with people. So I lived with them like a full summer, and it was a fucking blast, dude. Had a job. And used to go to Gary. I used to go to Lake Michigan and fucking collect these little round fucking white things. And it took me a whole summer to collect not even enough for a fucking necklace. I don't know what the fucking, I don't know what those things are called, dude, but they're out there. Apparently you can only find them on Lake Michigan or the shores of it. It's these little something. I know you know what I'm talking about, right? Little round.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. As a kid, I used to do that shit. Now I'm like, I don't want to go fucking anywhere near a beach. Like,
yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm like,
that was Lake Michigan. Now, remember, that's Lake Michigan 1980, 86, 88, somewhere in that time range. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
so
that's
it
a
was
long time ago.
Yeah, like it was a lot nicer. Yeah, I was 15, 16. I think it was 16 when I stayed with my uncle that year.
Well, I don't know how much nicer those fucking beaches were, but like, I'm sure like in the 50s and shit. I mean, they're right next to a bunch of steel mills. See, that's the thing. Like, everybody thinks of Pittsburgh, but dude, like Gary, Northwest Indiana, Chicago,
it's pretty industrial. Dude, that's industrial as fuck.
Steel mills are what raised a lot of people out here, and fucking there's a bunch of mill rats, and you know, I got family members and friends that are mill rats, and you know, everybody's like tradesmiths, local this, local that. You know,
yeah, it's very similar, not to sound I hope I don't offend, but it's very similar to like coal mine towns. You know, it's
Yeah,
just a different. It's a different. What's the word? Material. Really.
Material.
There you go.
Fuck, rip it up. Wearing that.
Did you just hit me with some Madonna?
Purple rain. Hell yeah.
That was 1980, 86 or 84. Fuck. 84.
I heard there's a new
No,
Depeche Mode
84.
song came out. I don't know if you're
A new
into
what?
Depeche Mode or not.
Dude,
Depeche
I
Mode.
fucking love Depeche Mode.
The new shit's kind of, it's all right, I guess, but
I haven't heard any new
really
shit.
like
I mean,
it.
I still have probably, 3 or 4 of their old tracks, like, I mean, when I say old tracks, I'm talking like tracks off the first 2 albums.
Yeah.
Yep.
Violators.
I still, that's another group that I like too, that I don't think they've done anything. As soon as I say their name, you'll know who I'm talking
I got
about.
some shit. We got a show coming up. My buddy Stone, actually, dude, fucking his birthday party, Blast Beats and Blasphemy 2. He's doing it in Indianapolis on the 25th at a place called Black Circle on Indy. So, in Indy, you people can Facebook that, check that shit out.
That'll be badass. Yeah.
Bunch of underground death metal. Yeah, I'll be there playing.
And what instrument do you play?
I play the vocal instrument.
There you go.
But I play guitar and shit. I just don't do it in a band. I just yell like a madman who's out of control.
One of the first artists. Do you know Mike Patton?
The General, yes.
No,
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I know.
When he came out with Mr. Bungle, I tried to tell people, I was like, now that's somebody that truly uses their voice like a fucking instrument to the fullest degree.
He does voiceover shit. He's got mad income. He does that. Video games, like if you're familiar with the video game Left 4 Dead, on Xbox, he did all the zombies like I want to do that shit, dude, and get
I want to do that
shit.
Some
Benjis real quick, motherfucker.
Hell yeah, I want to do just voiceovers in general, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to do that for a while. I do shit ton of different.
Would you like me to do a radio voice? What do you want me to do right now?
I mean, if you want me to do that voice right now, I could do it. But that's not what I was trying to say. I have also, I also do the impersonations. I like to do many impersonations. I like to come up with my own voices. So yeah. We, my wife and I've always had a dream, if you will. I have a dream to do an animation of my own, something of my own. Yeah. But the sad thing is now everybody and their brother has done animation, but I've been wanting to do this since before animation was fucking popular. And I'm that fucking old. So I can say I've been wanting to do it since I was fucking watching Bugs Bunny at 6. I want to make a cartoon. Yeah.
Well, let's do or die, man. There's a lot of shit I want to do, and I'm trying to do it.
I'm doing it, man.
We're probably all going to die.
I figure at best, if the good Lord doesn't take me in some weird, crazy fashion, I'm probably looking at another 25, maybe 30 years. I mean, my grandfather lived to 86. So if I kick it as long as him, then I got 36 years left, but that still isn't even, close to 50, you know what I'm saying? So I'm well over the halfway mark. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Well over the halfway, and more than likely, in my opinion, based on what I've done, body damage, right? Not even mental damage that I've done, but the body damage that I've done with the car wrecks and the drugs and all that. I really don't see 75 being much, it's kind of funny because my mom said the same thing. She's now 72 here in a few days. So, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're going to kick it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're going to kick it up more than 3 more years. So we'll see what happens when I get there. It just depends.
I never put an expiration date on it. I just go with the flow,
Oh no, I do. I'm saying, like, I look at that, and that is my. God, I hate to use this word, but for lack of a better word, that is my inspiration to do things because this is one of those things, like doing what I'm doing right now, and what I've been doing since April of last year. I mean, that was one of those I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? And I'm doing it. So I just keep adding things to taking it from the side of I'm going to do it to I've done it. I'm doing it. It's done. So that's where
That's right. Actions speak louder than words, motherfucker.
That's one of my favorite fucking sayings. Thank you for all that.
Yeah,
Wish he's
especially
still
with
alive. So.
motherfucker at the end. It sounds very Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
Jaskin.
I like
Foreskin. Samuel L.
Jackskin.
Foreskin.
No, Jackskin. I like that better. That works with someone close to my heart. Samuel Jackskin. Oh my God. I can't wait to talk to a friend now. That one has to be an inside joke. We always have some of those, but that's gonna be funny as shit to a friend of mine. Do you bet his friends call him Sam or Sammy?
What's that?
Do you bet his friends call him Sam or Sammy?
Who's that?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh man, that's a good question.
Think they call him Samuel? You think that fucking dude goes by Samuel? No.
I think if he's hanging out with his real
way.
homies, it's like, I don't want to say it because maybe it's not politically correct, but
oh yeah, no, he's got several names, but I don't think I doubt he goes by Samuel. But what's really funny is I'm gonna pick on like you know, I don't even know, it doesn't matter what class they are, but rich movie people that first like started, hi Samuel Jackson. No, don't call me Samuel. Probably just hated the shit coming out of their mouth.
Yeah, say Samuel again.
Say Samuel one more time. It's Samuel.
Hey, so did you see do you pay attention to football? I mean, I didn't really
care. I watched you talking about the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I watched it. I was
about that real quick. I mean,
we have to, right? Like, because Kansas City kind of pulled off a second half crazy shit there, but they had a couple of calls that went their way, but they did. The sad thing is,
I only watched 5 minutes of actual.
Oh, dude, yeah, I will say this: most of the time, I was bullshitting with my son and his friends, but as many calls as they had go in their favor in the second half, they had bad calls that didn't go in their favor in the first half, kind of that kept them from a couple of scores, kept them from that one touchdown. I don't know if you saw it, but they had one where they said the guy didn't catch the ball. He caught it, dude. He caught the ball, held it, even took a step and got hit, plowed. The ball came loose and picked it up for a TD.
The only call I saw that I know anybody needs to be pissed about in Philadelphia is the holding call. Because
dude, at the end, it was ridiculous.
And he did it. They called it. Everybody's like, "Oh, we'll let it slide." Like, yeah, you kind of can't, though.
Dude, you have to. I even said
rules. Just don't do it.
Not only do you don't do it, but there's also a time where you let these motherfuckers play. Like, that's not a call that you should make because you're going to change the fucking course of the game.
I mean,
in my opinion, but
it would have been brought up anyways, man. And
that's right.
Here's
the thing: if
it
hadn't have been called, right? Like, let's go down the road that nobody threw the flag, right? And there was no flag.
It would have been
you would be hearing about. Well, there's a good chance they would have challenged it.
There's a challenge on the field.
Now, what's funny is I ended up winning that bet just on a one-on-one because I was like, dude, they ended up stopping the clock.
Win. I'll be honest.
Oh, I did too.
I was like, damn it, maybe I just wanted to. And I don't really even fucking care. I'm a Bears fan, dude. So, dude, if I'm a next year,
it's Falcons. So.
We got fucking, dude, the number 1 pick overall. We got fucking draft capital. We got a good quarterback. Let's protect him and get some fucking weapons.
Who's your quarterback now for the Bears?
Justin Fields.
You did see that homeboy ran in 3 touchdowns plus he fucking scored a
Jalen Hurts or
Hurts ran three TDs in and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
and he still didn't win.
Yeah, Fields could fucking do that shit. We'll see. That's right. We'll see. But so
yeah, I mean, let me say this: if you don't have a proper O-line with that kind of a dude, it really doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be beat up.
He's gonna get his ass fucking handed to him, dude. I mean, don't you remember Mike Vick in the beginning? Remember Vick? I mean, like he would bust loose for some shit, but until they got an O-line, he was not really a threat to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah,
and then he fucking got some dogs one day and once upon a time in Hollywood.
Dude, that killed my fucking. I can't believe they haven't made the Michael Vick story yet.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the dark side of the fucking.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. They'll do that on. They'll be like HBO Hard Knocks retro.
So I went to my buddy fucking Super Bowl. He had a fucking nice party going, and I was only
Nice.
there for like an hour and a half, and then I got back home, wanted to tuck my son in and shit, my old lady, and we laid down, and I watched like the last 2 minutes, basically of the fucking game. I've been keeping up on my phone, seeing what the score.
Right,
It was
right. No, I get it.
dude,
You were
back
keeping
and
up.
forth, back and forth. I could tell I
Yep.
missed a good game. I knew it was going to be.
It was a
fucking
barn
shootout.
burner. It almost was a tie game. Almost.
Yeah, I would have preferred a tie. Go.
I would have preferred a tie.
But people got.
I would have liked to see, because we still in 50 plus Super Bowls have not ended regulation time on a tie. I mean, obviously, there's never going to be a tie game.
There can't be a tie. There'll never be a tie in the Super Bowl.
No, there'll never be a tie. But what I'm saying is they've never even gone 4 quarters. 4 quarters have yet to happen for a Super Bowl, and the end of the game was tied.
I think it's rigged now. It's the spectacle. You had a pregnant Rihanna at halftime. I was like, man,
come on, man. Oh my God, I was so mean. First of all, I didn't know she was pregnant. Second of all, I didn't know they were going to raise her ass up there, right? Without any kind of safety nets or anything like that. But what I said when they first started playing is I nudged my son. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if one of those platforms fell down and those dancers just came? I was like, then they shot her up on one. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't mean that about Rihanna. I don't want her to fall. She's got a baby. I didn't even know that shit until today. I didn't even know she was pregnant. That's what, I didn't know.
I knew right away because she was wearing. I watch fucking physiques because whatever. I'm a wrestling fan. I could tell if a dude has been in the gym and shit. Like, she wore that big thick outfit, and I'm like looking at her move, and I'm like,
she reminded you of like Elaine
is she
from
pregnant?
Seinfeld, right? She looked like Elaine from Seinfeld. Remember, she was pregnant for 2 seasons.
Yeah. But dude, the fucking commercials, man. Did you see the trailer for Flash? Finally, Michael Keaton is fucking
is Batman again. That I know. I'm Batman. I was like, what's funny? You're gonna laugh, dude. At first, I didn't think it was a real trailer because he was in it, and then I realized that they were basically, what they're doing with Flash is kind of what they did with Spider-Man.
It's exactly what they're doing,
So
whatever.
they got to capitalize, man.
Affleck's got to be in it too,
dude. All the old Batman are gonna be. They're probably gonna. Well, they can't. No, not.
It's just rude, them two in this one.
Val can't. He can't speak, so he can't come back.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Clooney shows up. I'm Batman.
No, we'll never reference Batman and Robin.
That is the worst.
You got to do Keaton. Keaton it's only.
Dude, I'm a huge fan of the first 2 Batmans. Batman Returns, fucking awesome movies. And then finally, Batman Begins. That was like, they took a big shit.
He was good. The last one,
dude. The problem was Joel Schumacher took over the Batman series. The first 2 were Tim Burton. That's why they were awesome. Joel Schumacher took over and tried to make comic books come to life on the big screen.
It was like the TV show.
Yeah, dude, it was gay. It was just horrible.
It was gay.
It was just horrible, man. It was like the worst thing. And it wasn't until I will say, because I'm a huge Batman fan. Batman and Spider-Man are probably my 2 biggest single heroes from each of the 2 different worlds, because I was kind that I read both. I mean, I'm not gonna, I wasn't like, I only read Marvel. I always thought only reading anything was fucking stupid, but or only doing anything was stupid. I mean, that's like, just on a side note, I have every single woman in the entire universe is game. Not to mention every single dude, just the way that I swing. So every single person is game. If I thought any other way, then it would just be restricted, right? So in concerns to that, Batman has always been my favorite, and they ruined it. And they came back and made it badass with Christian Bale. I won't lie. Those Batmans and what Nolan did was pretty fucking badass. But have you seen the newest Batman with fucking
I didn't care for
Vampire Boy? Because it was fucking badass, dude.
I didn't care for it.
You didn't like it?
Bad. It wasn't a bad movie, but I just didn't care for it.
Didn't care for it. What was it? What did you not like? Because I figured red
like
and
him
dark,
being a
how could
fucking
you not like
emo fuck, like the action was cool.
You thought he was a little too emotional?
No, I don't know. Well, maybe, I guess. I don't know. It was just weird. I think it's bad casting. I'll say it. I'll call it. I'll still believe it.
So you didn't like Patterson, whatever his name is?
Yeah. Anybody could be
like
under
him?
a cape and cowl, but I
Right?
didn't like that Bruce Wayne. That was fucking bullshit. Whatever. Hey,
Well,
whatever.
you're gonna have to
I know I'm in
endure.
a minority probably, but
He's
it's
got
just
2
my
more.
opinion.
He's got a contract for at least 2 more. He's gonna be the
Oh
Batman for,
yeah.
you know,
We'll
for
see.
that.
Maybe James Gunn took over the DCU, so shit's gonna be changing, man.
Really? So he took over the entire
Cinematic universe for DC. Yeah.
really?
Him and I forget the other dude's name. Yeah. Guardians was his last Marvel fucking deal. The new
Right.
Guardians.
The new
and
Guardians
3.
that's about to come out. He did 3, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they
That's
did
what I
a
was saying.
Christmas thing on like Disney Plus where they stole Kevin Bacon, I think it was.
I never even saw that thing. I heard about it, but
I watched it, whatever.
was it funny? Was it worth
Yeah,
it?
it was all right.
I mean, I like Batista. I was, I just did a investigation on his newest movie, Knock at the Cabin. That's fucking
I want to see it.
It's fucking bad.
You saw it?
Oh yeah.
Is it out? Or you got
Yeah. No, it's out. It's out.
All right.
It came out. I saw that. Was that 2 Fridays ago, or 2 Saturdays ago? 2 Fridays ago. So it's been out for like 10 days. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. I went to go
M.
see
Night
that.
Shyamalan. Witty twist.
Dude, it's fucking. The movie's badass. Number one. You already know the premise, right? Like the basic premise of it. Yeah. So I'm not gonna give away anything, but dude, I'll just tell you like that. It's fucking raw, but it's done well because M. Night is not the kind to like have somebody's top of their head come off in front of you, but he will take the top of a head off in his movie. You understand what I'm saying? And he does that shit well. And he did it. He did it fucking well. And what's funny is right afterwards, we went to see 2 movies that day. We went to go see Missing. And that was fucking badass, dude. That was really fucking cool. That was totally done different than anything I've ever seen. Have you heard about Missing? The movie Missing?
No, I think I've seen the name around, but I haven't checked into it.
So the folks that did it, I guess they did one called Searching or Searching For, and this was their follow-up. No, it was just Searching. The whole idea is it's from this vantage point of staring at a computer. So it's like every single camera is either like a Wise camera, or a fucking doorbell camera, or their phone camera, or their laptop. You know what I'm saying? So like every angle is highly unique and done very almost POV, really, when you think about it, because it's really what you see as an individual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it was, I will say this, man, my wife will agree. It fucking kept me on, like, I was at this one is about a person that fucking goes missing. So I was literally like in the fucking theater in a recliner, but I'm still sitting up. You know what I mean? I was like, I was at the edge of my seat, dude. It had me. Not a lot of movies do that anymore. So
no,
but yeah, I was impressed. And I will say this, Knock at the Cabin had me, like, what the fuck is happening? That one was, it was one of the best double features.
Who's gotta die?
Dude, I think he's a fucking much better actor.
He's good. I like Batista.
He is 100 times better than The Rock. Period.
Oh yeah.
The Rock can only
Rock is
be
the Rock in every movie.
Right. Yeah. That's it. He is the same fucking dude every single time. Batista actually has depth. That fucking dude can act. Period. And what's funny is I've seen him play a blundering idiot as well. You've seen Galaxy.
Yeah. I dig Batista. He's cool. I've watched I really like interviews on like late night talk shows.
That's the other thing too, is he seems
he's really cool.
Much more down to earth and much more of a well, yeah, but I mean, he just seems much more down to earth to me. I really like him. Yeah. I would actually love to hang out and have a smoke sesh with Batista.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Roll up some Filipinos. Oh.
Yeah, I bet he would be a blast to get high with.
Oh yeah.
At least I would. I'd like to call it wishful thinking, but I'd like to think that he celebrates 420 from time to time.
As do we all, or at least most of
I mean,
us.
I don't know that I've ever seen him come out and say he has, but at the same time, I've never seen him shun it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure maybe once in
He might just be playing it cool,
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to go out there. I'm going to be like, I'm going to put out those two words, his name, Batista, and then marijuana, and see what I find. I'll do a search. I'll give you an update on that in a couple of days. All right, dude, I have smoked both bowls. I think I might have a hit left here. Because I know you got to go. I know you have to work tomorrow as well. I was going to say, and you didn't want to do it late, and I didn't want to go late either. And we've been on for an hour. We've been live for an hour, just so you know. 1 hour of power. Audio and visual pleasure in pain. Oh, man. It is always, as always, it is a pleasure. And thank you. I didn't want to say this at the beginning, so because I don't like to be a downer, but this is the first, you're the first guest that I've had shooting the shit like this again. Since I lost my son, so it was a pleasure, man. Thank you for joining me. I
appreciate that, man. My heart goes out to you and your family, dude. That's fucked up. I'm for myself. That's fucked up. I feel for you, man.
That's him. That was why I couldn't change the. See, I'll just show people I couldn't go with that view because then you can't see my boy back there. So
yeah, and then you can see how high I really am.
You got right. You got
size, man.
It's going down, falling down.
Well, yeah, man, dude. All you could do is just be fucking stronger every day, man, and do what you gotta do. Unfortunately, life goes on for everybody.
It does. I will tell you this, and I'm not trying to dwell. Truly, I think you get that from me. But you realize life goes on. It just now goes on differently. It's different, and it doesn't matter how many people you've lost or how many people you haven't lost. Every time you do lose somebody, your life forever changes a little bit each time. So,
but you still gotta rock and roll.
You gotta
rock and roll.
The only time, and I'm trying to get this one through my other son's head because he's a stubborn son of a bitch, and literally his mom's a bitch, so I can truly say that. But I'm not talking about my wife here. I'm talking about the old one.
Mama. The bitch got drama. Fuck my baby's mama.
I call her SOS, dude, because she's literally an emergency, but she's spawn of Satan. So, but I mean, the simple fact is, the only time you fail, the only true failure is if you fucking quit trying. Period.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
it. That's the only time you fail. Anything else is a learning experience. That's what I said about fucking, everything that we are, everything that we've made, it's all from somebody making a mistake. But they didn't quit.
But guess what? Now the internet will never forgive. We're all fucked.
This particular video is going to be used against us in a court of law, probably in like 10 years. So.
Yeah, probably. But you know what I say? I say, fuck them.
Fuck them. Fuck them if they can't take a joke, too. That's always been one of my old school sayings from back in the day. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Yeah.
If you can't laugh, if you can't have it. Right, man. Dude. Get some fucking love and happiness. Fuck, there's going to be enough fucking bullshit, Like, if you just try, what's really amazing, dude? If you try spreading happiness and joy, you'll see how angry people really are. I'll tell you that.
Everybody's angry. Everybody's pissed off. Everybody's mad about
something's got them pissed.
Just make everybody rich so they can all fucking live a good life and
there you go. Maybe we could have like a Chappelle moment for real, except for everybody, where we all get reparations. You know what I'm saying? Just give us all like
America, $100,000. Yeah,
dude, give us all $100,000.
For as long as the government been fucking, I don't care what color you are, dude.
Yeah,
everybody in this
give
country.
Give us $100,000 and call it a day. If you, here's the other.
They would too, and you know what they do? They would ship you $100,000 little fun size candy bar just to stick it to you again because they're the fucking man and will always
go and sell them
against all.
Go sell them. That's how you're gonna get your money. Go sell our fucking chocolate bars.
Yeah, dude. Fuck Charlie and his factory. Fucking do my own shit.
There's no golden ticket. I'm just letting you know that.
Just golden showers.
Just golden showers.
Well, brother, dude, it's been a fucking really good haying, man. Everybody check me out, jpdub.com.
Everybody check him out.
Juice Pro
for
Wrestling.
sure. And I forgot, dude. I will. I did it last time, and I just was going fast. But I'll add your link to the description tomorrow, so that it's got your. I apologize for not having that in there, dude. I usually remember to do those things, but I was going like lightning today, trying to get everything done. So
we always do.
Yep. And it's back to one of those mistakes again. Hey, man, have a wonderful evening. Have a good one. I'm going to go ahead and close you out and then say goodbye to everybody and close it out. So feel free to leave once this is done, and I will text you in the next few days. But thank you again very much for coming by. There's the cue. You cuckoo, crazy motherfucker. I love you, man. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Peace. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining Juice and I for this smoke sesh. And, there'll be another one coming in the future. And we'll get back together and find out some more things about each other as normal. But either way, thank you so much. Just remember this, as I always say, to blaze or not to blaze, there is no question. There is only to get high in order to get by. So please smoke one on me. Know that you are awesome and you're incredible and unique. It doesn't matter. The weirder you are and the more different you are, that is just how much more special you actually are. We're all special. I believe that. Truly, we all have our piece of the pie. Some people shine brighter than others, period. And it's usually those ones that are odd and different that shine the brightest. Just remember that. I love all y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, Dirty, for coming by. Thank everybody else for coming by. And I will see y'all in 2 days. Peace.
You can't have my phone number unless we running up the digits. Let me meditate, I just need a couple minutes. Tryna low ball me, my cojones to the big ass. Bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock still.